Hi, welcome back, Redstoners. Today we're going to do a half adder, full adder, and a calculator. So let's get right into this. Our black block today is going to represent our B input. Our white block will be our A input. Our red block will represent our XOR gates. Our orange block will represent our AND gates. Our green block will represent our OR gates. And finally, our magenta will be our carry in. So here we go. Here's our half adder. We have an XOR gate with our inputs going in to an AND gate. As you can tell, our AND gate is on because we haven't sent any signal through this system. So right now we have no carry and we have no 1. So let's go ahead and turn on our A input. And as you can see, we have got our 1 coming through. Also, our A input wraps around and turns off this half of the AND gate. And we'll represent our B here. It goes through the XOR, turning it off, and then the input goes into the second torch on the AND gate, turning on our carry. So 1 plus 1 equals a 2. And we'll shut this off. And here is our full adder. Basically, you take 2 of these half adders and you combine them. Here's one of our XOR gates, the second XOR, both our ANDs, and then we had to add another circuit, and this is our OR gate. And our OR gate will help us to find our carry. This also is part of our carry line. So let's turn on our A input, and as you can see, half of our XOR has fired off into this XOR, and we get a 1. Also, this XOR gets tied into this first AND gate, and our A input goes into the second AND gate. So let's go ahead and turn on our B input, and as you can tell here, we have our 2, or our carry. And this XOR gate has now turned off, which has now turned this part of the AND gate completely off. And because we have our inputs on, this AND gate gets turned on, turning off these torches, turning on the inverter, and we get our carry. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Little special feature with the full adders, you can also use your carry function to add another bit. So now we have a 2 and a 3, like so. And it doesn't matter which input from here that you would do. We can turn off our 2 input, and our 1 and our carry will still equal 2 because now our XOR and our carry input have turned on this AND gate, allowing the signal to come through and carry our bits. So our A, our B, and our carry can be represented as just 1 bit. And we'll go ahead and turn on this 2 again just to show you. Here's our 3. And we can pause the video here. You can take a screenshot of this system so you can create it in your own worlds. Okay, so let's move on into compactedness. Really don't want a full adder this big, so what you want to do is try and figure out a way to compact this. I know I've got my inputs backwards, but it's just a representation. So we'll turn on our B output, and as you can see, we get a 1, and both of our AND gates turn on. We'll go ahead and turn on our A input, and that will turn off our XORs, turning on this AND gate, which turns on this torch, and we get our carry. So this is our number 2. So it's the same as the other system, just more compact without all the redstone. Our carry function will represent our 3 again, just like before. And there we go, 1 and a 2. So you still have your 3 bits of information that you can represent fully working. We'll turn this system off. And now what you want to do is take your full adders, however you design them, and combine them together. The whole purpose of the full adders is to try to get this carry to come all the way over. And we have a 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1 in binary. Here we have both of our XOR gates in our red blocks. Our AND gates are in our orange blocks. Our green blocks are our OR gate. And our magenta is our carry function, which will carry it into the next cell. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this. I'll put in a 1. And as you can tell, we've got a 1 in our output. And I'll come around here and I'll insert another 1. So we'll add 1 plus 1, which the cell will only hold 1 bit. So then we use a carry function. And it comes back out into this cell and we get our 2. So we'll fly back in here and we'll use our carry function, and as you can tell we can still represent our 3 here. And we'll go ahead and turn this off and we'll go to the next cell. So now we have our 2 and our 1 is on. So now we are representing our 3 again. We'll go over here to the back and we'll add another 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. And because the cell is full, it will go ahead and carry into the next cell and be outputted. And here's our 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5, because we still have our 1 bit on. So we'll turn it off and turn off one of our 2s, and we'll add a 4, and 4 plus 2 is now 6, and we'll go ahead and fly over here and turn back on our 1 just to show you that we can count all the way up. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 is our 7. And we'll turn this off and we'll turn our 2 off. And we'll go ahead and show you the 4 plus 4, which does the same feature. The cell gets full, so it carries the bit over into the next cell. And it gets outputted into the carry, and we get our 8. So 4 plus 4 is 8. We have no 1s or 2s. And our 4 is off, so we'll go ahead and turn off our 4s. And basically what you want to do is just repeat this system for whatever value that you're trying to get out of your calculator. Here we have an 8, and you would turn on the 1 to get the 9. 2 8s make a 16, as you can see. And then we'll turn this off, and we'll turn on our 16s just so that you can see that it does work. And we get no 16, but we get our carry over into our 32. So that is your system. So we've gone from our half adder, combined 2 of those with a OR gate to get our full adder. And then we've compacted this into a more reasonable size. And then we rearranged it so that we can get our carry function to go to each and every full adder. So I'll do a little bit of a fly around so you guys can get a good glimpse of all of this.